evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Skyrim No Fast Travel Challenge. We're up here on High Hrothgar, and it's been a while. It's been a while. Episode 55. It's been quite a while since we played the last time. I'm not really sure what I did last time. Not gonna lie. So we're gonna have to actually move ahead here, try and look at what we're doing. We got to go talk to General Tullius and Ulfric Stormcloak. Right. We got to have the summit, so to speak. So that means we have got some walking to do. There's Solitude all the way over there. And then we've got Windhelm all the way over there. I mean, they're not exactly... This isn't exactly a halfway point, let's be honest. So, probably go to Windhelm first. Since we are a Stormcloak after all. We are going to have to take care of business with the boss. So, how have you guys been? For me, it's pretty much just been no major activity. You know, putting out videos here and there. For those of you who haven't, who noticed that I put out Outriders Road to World Slayer, we are on the last episode. It needs to be released. And I still haven't gotten the expansion yet. Not sure when I'm going to, but there's just a couple other things that I deem a little bit more important. Like, a bed. I gotta get my new bed. Still. Man, this game, it just looks good. It really does. Look at that. Just gonna take a quick second here. Hey, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do... Is it display? There we go. Man. I like the look. I like it. If only I could play with the HUD off. If I was that confident. But I'm not. Unfortunately. Let's turn that way, huh? If you probably haven't guessed, I'm trying to get a thumbnail shot here. Okay, that's enough. Might as well, right? It's hard getting a good screenshot. You know, trying to time things right, make sure that there's no pixelation, and oftentimes, yeah, pixelation happens because I'm trying to take a screenshot while the video's playing. Not while it's playing, I'll pause it, but like I have to hope that it pauses in a spot where the pixelation is at a all-time low, or at least, you know, like the picture that I want to get is clear enough. Like there aren't too many effects or something like that. You know, it's hard. So, you know, to get a nice little shot like that, it's pretty nice. That's no doubt due to the Climates of Tamriel mod right there. Can you believe all these years? And yes, it's been years and far too long. that we've had pretty much the same mods since the beginning. Pretty much. A few changes here and there, but pretty much the same mods. I rebuilt my little cube computer. It wasn't like torn apart. I just didn't have a graphics card in it or anything like that. But I put it back together as my current gaming machine because I just realized that my OG machine, the processor is really just getting long in the tooth, as they say. A little bit long in the tooth. It's seen better days. Let's say that. And the i7, pff, how dare I? The R7 1700. It's really good at production, streaming, recording, that sort of thing. But it is really struggling with modern games, and it certainly can't. For some reason, even if I adjust the cores to do certain things, like 8 cores to a game and then 8 cores to OBS or something like that, it still cannot record and play at the same time. It's very hard for it to do. So, I have now fully dedicated it to just being streaming and recording and editing. It is the workhorse. And then this little cube computer that I'm playing on right now will eventually, maybe. I would like to build a new PC, but again, I've got other expenses that I got to pay for. It's a project in the making over a long period of time. I have the processor. All I really need is the case and the motherboard, and then I'm good. I've got the RAM in this machine. The graphics card, that's going to have to come much later, so I'll just use the one I'm using now. It'll be good. It'll be a good little machine, but not really a priority at the moment. As you can see, we're playing just fine. We're maxed out. And, you know, frames do drop. It is a mid-tier-ish machine. So I don't expect it to, you know, go a flawless 60. But really, this game's problem, and it's always been a problem with this game, you know, 1, is on an old engine. Okay. And 2, are we going the right way? Okay, we're going to go up north towards Windhelm. And 2, the view distance has always been a very... I want to say it's CPU intensive, but I'm not 100% sure. Mostly because... You know what I forgot to turn off? I forgot to turn off Steam Overlay. Oh, well. I just don't like notifications popping up in the middle of my recording. But if you push the view distance out, that starts to really eat away at the performance. And I have found that if I put it down to about medium settings, if I go medium preset, but let's say I crank up the graphics but leave the view distance at medium settings, it runs flawlessly. But you have all that pop in. Or, in this case, fade in. They improve that part at least. Objects don't pop in, they fade in. But you can see it. It's like it's wiping, like say the grass, for example, in a much larger open field compared to this. It literally looks like it's wiping onto the scene, and it just doesn't look good, you know? And yeah, you know, if I go out to a wide open field, you're still going to be able to see it, but it'll be much further out. You know, keeping it down to about medium settings is very distracting. And me being me, I can see it. I notice it, and it annoys the crap out of me. So, is that something I killed? You gotta wonder, right? Did I kill that? I don't know. It's kind of just there. So, you know, this being a mid-range machine, yeah, it's gonna struggle if you crank the view distance out. But you know what? We're here for the best quality. The best quality the game has to offer. So I've cranked it all the way up. Put it on ultra. Everything's all the way up. I'll see the frame rate drops. You guys will not. They don't bug me really when I'm not paying attention to... I can see them. But like if I don't have an FPS counter or something like that, it's not really going to bug me. But for the most part, the game performs really well. It's just out here in like a dense forest and stuff. It does, you know, looking out over the horizon like this, yeah, it'll struggle. But it's okay. Actually, this is the spot, isn't it? Not exactly. Actually, it's right here technically, but it's a similar spot. This is usually where I test, is this little spot right here. I'll fast travel to here just to see what the frame rate, how much the frame rate drops, and then I'll just go up this this little hillside here, turn around and look out over the vista and see how bad the frame rate drops. And it's usually down at around 45, 50 FPS. But this looks like a pretty similar spot. Pretty much looking out over the same area. Now the old game I might be able to handle. The original version. Not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure I'd be able to this computer could handle it. It's not as detailed. It doesn't have a lot of the improvements that they added to the special edition. But we've already transferred the save file over. I'm pretty sure it won't be able to just go backwards. Fairly certain. Do I go this way? I do. Yeah. So we're going to go up here and then go around there. Yeah, I'm going to try and get this recorded, rendered, and uploaded tonight. Oh, alright. I thought I heard somebody. Alright, can you... RNA, kill his ass, please. Thank you. You had to bother, man. You don't bother random strangers on the road. They could very clearly be stronger than you. Thanks for your stuff. Ah, man, I love the God rays. It looks so good. Volumetric God rays, according to them. So we're going to stick to the main road here. And then when I'm assuming at that intersection, it'll have a little sign that tells me which direction to go. We're going to obviously take a right. I just need to know where exactly that turn is. Doesn't this look good? That Skyrim flora overhaul really adds density to this game. Really makes you feel like you're in a forest, you know what I mean? Can you imagine if this place was real? If they based it on a real area? That'd be sick. Alright, so here you go. Here's the fork in the road, as they say. Yeah, Windhelm this direction. You think after all this time I'd just be able to use the road signs to know where I'm going. Or you think after all the years I've played this game, I'd just know where I'm going. I don't. I never know where I'm going. Notice how I make no footstep sounds. All I'm hearing is Arnea behind me. Right? That is her name, right? Yeah. What? Oh my God, how many times are you gonna try this? How many times are you guys gonna even attempt or bother me? I honestly, just the Dark Brotherhood needs to give up, man. They're not gonna be able to stop me. They got nothing. They don't have anybody good enough. Brightened up a little bit. Oh, you're the dragon, or a dragon. Can you imagine making this trip in real life? Obviously, you wouldn't be jogging like this. And you know, with controller, I could just as well do this. You'd more than likely be just walking the whole time. You'd be dead before you even reach Windhelm. If you were just jogging the whole time. Is there a house over here? Oh my god, yeah. Look at that. It's a little hut. No deviations, Adam. Let's go. I can just imagine being able to, if I was able to handle an ENB, try and make this game look as realistic as possible, you know? Oof. That'd be tough. What? Oh, I thought it was a wolf. Just a little fox. The Fox and the Hound. Classic right there. Classic movie. Sad one. That's when Disney actually, like, made stories that mattered. Now they make just, like, kid-friendly crap. It's like, that was made when I was a kid. All Dogs Go to Heaven. You know? Was it Aristocats? I think it's called. I think, was Fievel? I can't remember if Fievel was actually, why? Who are you?
I see why the Nords like Skyrim. This crisp air is wonderful for the lungs. You seem like such a nice person. I'd love to hear more about you. My pa used to say,
oh, you can buy a horse.
He's worrying about the things he can't change. If it's my fate to be ended by a dragon, so be it. Meantime, I'll live my life the way I want to.
Alright, good way to look at it.
The difference between life and death is a swift steed.
Anyway. So, as I was saying. Yeah, I think Fievel, maybe that wasn't Disney. Well, either way, I mean, Fievel, An American Tale, Fievel Goes West is like one of my all-time favorite movies. Those movies had some dark moments. Fievel Goes West was a little bit more upbeat, but the original Fievel, whew, man, there's some scary moments in that movie. And then there was the Great Mouse Detective. Ah, Basil. There's another fantastic movie. Also some really scary moments. But again, these were kids' movies back then. They understood that we could take it, man. Now we've got
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
gumdrop fairies and I don't know, whatever. Like pink. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just annoyed by today's movies. These, you know, it's just ridiculous. Palace of the Kings upstairs. Some tight corridors here.
The Dunmere get their drinks at the new Nissa's Corner Club.
Really don't care.
Why they can't just call it a tavern is beyond me.
Yeah, I'm gonna bother you, by the way.
Tullius has camps in the Pale, entertaining thoughts of battle. The Empire still underestimates the force of our cause. It will be their undoing. It's about time they turned their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland. What do they want? I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course, and the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself...
I should have gone to Tullius first then. Can I persuade him?
Alduin, the world eater of song and legend. If that's true, well, it changes the situation, doesn't it? Even Tullius may be forced to talk sense in the face of such a threat. Yes, I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs.
All right, well, I was able to persuade him. Let's go talk to Tullius. I'm pretty sure that's just leading me back outside.
My cousin's out fighting dragons.
I don't care.
What do I get? Guard duty.
Yeah, you deserve it. Now shut up. Alrighty, here we go.
I'm a swordman myself.
Oh, now I'm making foot noises. Oh. Looked away for a second. Got a real janky setup on my desk here. I'm trying to move mice all over the place. Mice as in computer mouse. Not real mice. Oh, man. I think I've said this before. I wish that controller had a way to do auto run. It's possible on PC with a keyboard and mouse. But I mean, like, I could... No, see, once you hook up a controller, it overrides the keyboard and mouse, and you can't just swap between the two, which is unfortunate. Oh, you see that? See, something I noticed. It's okay. It's fine.
Smell that fresh air? Truly, this is a good place to play a song.
You gotta love that they had one guy play like 50 different people. Oh, man. By this time, I mean, Bethesda was pretty popular. You know they had money. I mean, if they could get Patrick Stewart for Oblivion, they could have at least afforded more voice actors for this one. But they only really got different voice actors for the more important characters, you know. The Greybeards, General Tullius, Ulfric. But it would have been nice. I guarantee you they would have had the money. But hey, you know what? That guy got paid. At least, I hope he did. If he had to play all those characters, but you better believe he better got paid. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about, though? Those shadows kind of popped in or faded in. They more popped in right there, but yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'd like to avoid, but I don't think it's possible with this engine. The creation engine is very old. Hell, people are skeptical about the Starfield creation engine too. No, don't. I don't want to drink with you guys. Trying to avoid them right now. Yeah, people are super skeptical about Creation Engine 2, but as far as I heard, I don't know. I don't think it was built from the ground up, actually. I think they really did kind of adjust things from the original Creation Engine, or they took a large majority of the Creation Engine and then changed it enough so that it's a whole new engine, so to speak. Or an improved engine. How far can we go? Oh my god, dude. It's literally all the way across. Holy crap. It's gonna be a long journey. Do I go across here? I mean, I could. It technically... There's this one road here. It goes from here to here to here. All the way around here. Circles around those two forts. And then there's this way, but that would take longer. Yeah. We're gonna have to cut across. I'm gonna follow the main road. I thought about doing not an entire series, but like just giving it a shot in VR. No fast travel in VR. Guess it really wouldn't be any different, would it? Because you got the teleport movement or you have the joystick movement, which would be something that you have to get used to because it's, boy, it's weird, man. When you're playing a VR game and one of the options, you're trying to get your body used to using the joystick to move instead of using a teleport. Teleport's way better, but teleport uses stamina, yeah. And, well, you need stamina. And so you would just as better off like using the joystick to move. And trying to do that in VR while standing, that sends your brain off the rails. It doesn't even know what's going on. Because it's like your character in the game is moving, but you yourself are stationary. So it doesn't know how to make heads or tails of the situation. So that's why people get dizzy. That's why most people prefer the teleport method, because it's just It's better. Trying to play joystick movement is it's tough. But I'm hoping that with PSVR 2, with the tech that's in it, you know, we got the reverse tracking and no more wand controllers, no more camera that, you know, it's not necessary to use a camera. That having to turn your character using the controller, like using one of the buttons to turn your character, is just a thing of the past. Because now with the cameras on the headset tracking the controllers, you don't need to worry about, you know, losing the camera's losing sight of your hands or anything like that, which is good. I'm very, very excited for that. And they've announced that it's coming out early 2023, so we'll see when that is. They're not being very specific, but I'll take early 2023. Because I'd like to get back to streaming, you know, VR games. I think there's a lot of great experiences to be had. The thing with PSVR 1, it's a better sit-down VR experience, because at least you're not having to turn around or anything like that. So if you play a game like Eve Gunjack, which is a purely sit-down experience, I mean, hell, you don't even need to use the wand controllers for that. You can use a regular controller. It's actually very enjoyable. But, or if it's a game that's like on rails, like Pistol Whip, like one of my favorite games right there is Pistol Whip. Not only is it just a lot of fun, but it's actually a hell of a workout too, because you're ducking and dodging. Duck, dodge, dip, dive, and dodge. It's actually dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. You know what I mean. I cannot clear my throat. I'm gonna die. So, yeah, PSVR 1, definitely a great sit-down experience. You know, maybe if you're in a cockpit of a space ship or even a jet. I think Ace Combat 7 has PSVR compatibility. That'd be a great experience. But that's about it, you know. Anything that's on rails. No Man's Sky, I guess, could be a good experience, but you're not always in your ship. So, yeah, it's not exactly a sit-down experience. It can be. You can actually sit and play it. You don't have to be standing. For most games, you don't really have to be standing. You know, with Skyrim VR and whatnot. Anything where you actually have to move a character, you don't have to be standing, and it's probably best if you don't. Because your movements, while, yeah, I guess you could technically dodge an arrow in Skyrim by, you know, moving your head out of the way or something like that. It's not as necessary as something like Super Hot or Pistol Whip, where you actually do have to dodge bullets and obstacles and stuff. So you could easily sit down and play Skyrim VR and No Man's Sky VR and have a perfectly good experience. Now what I want is a joystick and throttle or thruster. Oh, here we go. I had a feeling that maybe we were going to have to deal with this. As soon as it turned red on my compass. Where is he, hiding in the trees? Oh, there he is. Come on, guy. Come on. I haven't killed a dragon yet. Oh, somebody else is fighting him over here. Because I know these things are conjured. There's no way it just, like, shows up. Might resist my soul trap, but that doesn't mean anything to me. See, now we got 2 of them. What is this? Where is the person that called this thing in? Wait, who's that? Is that Delphine? Nice, we got epic fight music. No, it's just the Thalmar guard. I don't have Dragon Rend yet, do I? I thought maybe I would. Oops. Conjuration. Shouts. I do. It's on my favorites list. Where the hell it is? Oh, I just didn't even notice it. Now, to remember how to do it. I think it's R1. Ooh, what? What? Didn't... What? What? Yep. I was gonna say, he hit the ground, didn't he? Well, then I guess I don't need Dragon Rend. No, they're gonna kill it before I can finish it off. Dude, he landed perfectly on this spot. What? Perfect place to die. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did it. It is. I thought so. I was gonna say it's a Thalmor Justicar. Nice. Damn. Got a lot of gold. Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot carry any more dragon bones. That's so cool. Look at this, though. I don't think this was like this. I think when he smashed into the ground, he created this little, That's cool. Right? Or was that there before? I don't know. I'm going to have to look back on the recording and see. Because I honestly don't know. Nice. Got a little dragon fight out of it. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to use Dragon Rend, but that's okay. I'm only a little disappointed. Let's do a little quick save here. Because you never know. These mods are unpredictable. One might cause a crash or something. You never know. Because then I'd have to get back to where I was. Because more than likely the last save was in Windhelm, leaving the keep. Because it autosaves when I enter or exit a building. So as far as I know, that was the last autosave. That would suck. We're making good progress, though. Oh my god, please somebody kill me. I already finished all my water before I started the recording. I could pause the recording. That's not a big deal. I might just do that, I'm not gonna lie. Might pause the recording just so I can get some freaking water here. Good God, doesn't the snow ever let up? I am curious as to like just how warm was fur. It must have been just like way warmer than any blankets that we could create today. Well, maybe that's not true, but for the time, I mean, that's all they had was fur. So it must have been super warm. More Thalmor. They're taking a prisoner there. Don't talk to me. I was gonna say, if he spoke one word to me, I would turn around and smash him in the face with my hammer. I swear to God I was going to. I hate the Thalmor. They are such stuck-up snobs. What does it matter? We're the only ones out here. No one else is gonna know that I smashed his face in. Can't imagine that I would have a bounty on my head if I killed a Thalmor. I think I go this, yeah, just keep going straight here. You know, it's funny, when I was reinstalling the mods on this computer last night, I had to download the Skyrim script extender. And I picked up the latest one for Skyrim Special Edition, which is the edition of the game that I have. And I tried running the game through the executable, and it said, "Oh, you need the SKSE 64 for the Anniversary Edition." And I'm like, I didn't buy the Anniversary Edition. And I know that the game got a free update for the Anniversary Edition, whether you bought the Anniversary Edition or not, but the fact that it's like, it counts as being the Anniversary Edition because of the update doesn't make sense to me. Seriously, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why? I have the Special Edition. I didn't buy the Anniversary Edition. But because of the update, the free upgrade, it counts as the Anniversary. I don't know. So I had to download the SKSE 64 for the Anniversary Edition. But they still have, like, the Classic Edition. They have the Skyrim Special Edition. But it's like, if you download, like, the downloads or the updates are automatic. So even if you still only have the Special Edition, the Anniversary update is still going to force you to use the SKSE 64 for the Anniversary version. I don't know. It's really strange. So for them to have the Special Edition script extender still up there makes no sense, because it's going to make you use the Anniversary Edition anyway. Man, dude, seriously, Skyrim Flora Overhaul really makes these forests dense. But it makes sense. It honestly does. It makes sense because we're talking about like a northern country here where it's cold, and I mean, you expect the trees to be massive just because, I don't know, northern cold countries tend to have big trees, I think. Oop. She kind of warped a little bit there. The vigil has none to spare. We'll see about that. Take a right. We're almost there, people. It's funny, within an hour, I was able to walk all the way to Windhelm from High Hrothgar, walk to Windhelm, and then walk all the way across to Solitude. Within an hour. That's kind of crazy to me. I thought it was going to take longer, but luckily there was this one road. There was this one road. I thought this was the bridge. Dude, Climates of Tamriel is like one of the best mods for this. If you mod Skyrim and you were wondering how you could get your weather effects to be better, this is it. Climates of Tamriel is one of the best. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Let's go. Big mistake, guy. Wasn't worth it, was it? Now I've got your valuables. I will say this, I think getting ambushed on the road is definitely starting to get a little annoying, even though they're usually by little piss ants like that where I can just couple hits and they're dead. They're still they're halting my forward progress, and I do not care for that at all. I was actually gonna say, like, I've been wearing the same armor for a while, too. It's funny, too. I've never actually built myself dragon bone armor or dragon scale. Also, very interesting that they don't have a signpost here. But I think that would be very interesting to try and play the game with trying not to use the map and turn off the HUD. Because you can't turn off the compass by itself. Unless maybe there's a mod for that. So you'd have to turn off the HUD. That'd be a really difficult habit to break. Maybe you're the dragon, but sure, yeah, totally. You can go ahead and believe what you want there, buddy. That would be hard. It'd be hard to break out of the habit of opening the map to look where you're going. And, to not use the compass. You would just have to know where everything is based on... Yeah, that's pretty cool. Based on the journal entries. It's like, okay, I gotta go to Solitude, so this is where I need to go, or I have to go in this direction That'd be hard. And you'd have to use, like, road signs and stuff.
What do you need?
What do I need? I need General Tullius. 2 seconds, please.
Make it quick. You get enough delays with politicians.
My guy, you're screwing this up for me.
What do those old hermits want with me?
They want to make your face look correct.
Why? There's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor. They are getting to be a problem. But I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that.
I'm actually part of the Stormcloaks. I'm surprised I could just walk in like this. Let's try and persuade him.
I'll be the judge of that. Besides, by all reports, the Stormcloaks are suffering just as much as we are from these dragon attacks. Ulfric's insurrection has reached its high tide. Soon enough, the rebel Jarls will realize what it means to oppose their emperor. But, as you say, these negotiations may offer a chance for his supporters to gracefully return to the Imperial throne. Yes, fine. I'll come to this Greybeard Council.
I mean, they'd have to agree. It'll do fine. Trust me, you'll see. Arnea, please.
The Greybeards are
Damn, word travels fast, doesn't it? There's actually a mod that I was thinking about grabbing, which is apparently. Oh my god, I have to. I have to go all the way back. Ah, man, I miss my horse. There was a mod that I could actually use for... Am I going the right way? Did I really go all this way? Huh. Where it would use higher quality audio. And I guess it comes from, like, the... This is the wrong way. It comes from the PS4 version of the game, of the special edition. And I guess that version of the game has much cleaner audio. I'm not sure why the special edition on here didn't get the same, you know, the same quality, but I just thought it was cool. Hey, no. Alright, let's see which way I'm supposed to go here. Yeah. Go, we went up there. We gotta go this way. No, we didn't go up there. We went up here. There we go. Gotta turn around. I gotta see who this guy is. This is Jari Ra.
You're passing through solitude? Maybe you're looking to make some easy gold, yes? It's easy to find things to sell. Things no other will miss.
Uh-huh.
Underground, or just left lying around in someone's house. I bet the two of us are very alike. So why not take the next step? We can help each other.
Somehow I knew this is what it was gonna be.
Treasure hunters. We like to collect things.
Treasure hunters.
Of course not. Thieves take what is precious. Thieves steal. We just take what we're not missed. No one needs it.
You mean like a roll of cheese?
Weapons.
A wheel of cheese, I should say.
Who would call that thievery?
Dude, really? No.
Just remember, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that right now, or ever. Trouble? Yeah, that guy back there, he tried to get me to be a thief. Go off with this head or something. Whatever you guys do.
I don't buy
Uh-huh. Now, obviously, back in the old days, people weren't just gonna run around while it was raining and stuff. But if you had to, man, I can't imagine having to run around in the rain in a thunderstorm. Not even just rain, but a thunderstorm. Just to hope you didn't get struck by lightning or something. All right, back to the Greybeards. Now, the first time I beat this game back on the PS3, and I actually did stream that, by the way. That was early days of streaming. I think I topped off at level 28. So, super possible to beat this game at a low level, but, you know. It'd be a lot easier to level up if I actually, you know, went around and fast traveled everywhere and got things done. I'd be able to level up a lot of skills. This isn't about leveling, this series. It's not about leveling. It's about experiencing the game in a way that most people don't. If you're new to the series, that's what we're doing this for. I know I've explained this before in a previous episode, one that was probably forever ago. But if you're new to the series, welcome. Welcome. Probably should have started with this at the beginning of the episode, not in the middle. This series is about experiencing and playing the game in a way that nobody thought imaginable, or people tend to not play. And it's funny because not too long after I started this series, I started seeing more and more people say, hey, have you played it this way? Not to me, but like in general, people started noticing that, oh, you know, like, not using fast travel in certain games really does kind of like change things up a little bit, you know? Do I just... Yeah, just keep going straight. It really kind of puts a different spin on the game because you see things that you normally wouldn't for the most part. Like, I mean, obviously, I'm getting tired of being ambushed on the road, but it happens, you know? That's a thing that happens at least. And I bet you even if I used fast travel, that would still happen every once in a while. But it also kind of puts into perspective just how big this world is. Like, it's not massive. Oh, see, I can already see another thief over here. Arne, get ready. I'm gonna have to, like, tell this guy to piss off, and he's not gonna say, he's gonna be like, you don't scare me. Oh, no, never mind. He's just a straight assassin. I saw you a mile away, bro. You're not really hiding. She's gotta be run out of guys, right? I feel like she would be. Well, anyway. Yeah, I just feel like after I started this series, I started seeing a lot more people online talk about how much more interesting it was to play the game without fast traveling. I thought that was a dragon. And it really is. It makes the game more interesting because, like I said, you get to see things you almost never see when you fast travel. You get to see different people out on the road. You obviously run into more dragons. I don't know. He's up there, but we're not gonna... That's backtracking. Aranea, come on. Come, my dear. He's not gonna bother us. He's already bothered by somebody else. Or something else. Bum bum bum. Damn, dude. Kind of wish we got this kind of consistent rain. We got rain every once in a while last week, but it did not clear up the humidity. And that sucked. That really sucked. We were all hoping that when the rain was, you know, when we knew it was coming, we were hoping that it would clear things up a little bit. Maybe get rid of the humidity. There's another dragon. Holy crap, dude. They're all over the place now. They must know the meeting is happening. Is this my doing? It probably was. So yeah, it's been hot. We're getting to the end of August, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the heat is just gonna go away. But it's getting hot, and you know, last night, you know, when I was just about to go to bed, I guess, I saw that my Google Chromecast and even my phone said it was like 64 or 63 degrees outside. I'm like, okay, well, there's a big difference with 63 and humid and an actual 63 degrees. Where is he? Oh, there he is. You gonna fight us, boy? Yeah, you are. All right, see? This is on the way. This isn't behind us. Oh, you got a name. You're not just a regular no-name dragon. Yeah. I don't know if I finished him, but I'll take it. Gotta wonder if there are only a certain number of named dragons in Skyrim, or if like it's all auto-generated. What are you kids doing? What are you doing? Wait. Is that what's her face? Wait. Nope, that's a different character. Okay. I do find it interesting. We haven't come across any more, or any of prior dragons that we've slain, like their bones. Because I'm fairly certain, and we've already come across evidence of my traipsing through here, of battles that we've won. So I'm just surprised that, I mean, we haven't killed a ton of dragons, so but I'm still a little surprised we haven't come across any of the bones of dragons that we've already killed. Again, not that many, but still. Yeah, you see how the grass right there, where my crosshair is wiping in? That's what I'm talking about. But see, it's way out there, so it's out of focus. So you don't have to worry about potentially seeing it. let's go ahead and do a quick save on that one. You know, one thing I would like to do, and I like I said, I should have started this playthrough on my PS4, but if I wanted to, I could technically look back on each of my episodes. It would take a long time, but I could look back on each one of my episodes and follow my footsteps exactly, so that way I can actually make the character exactly how it is here on my PlayStation account. So then I could pick it right up from there. I wouldn't have any mods, but I'd at least have it on my console, which can play this game at a solid 60. But see, like right now, it's a smooth experience. But you know, we get into those forests, man, it gets heavy. Plus trophies, you know, I like my trophies. I'm a PlayStation person. I can't help it. Oh, man. We actually still have to go all the way back around to Iverstead here. So we still have to go around the mountain. There. At the throat of the world. Is this really going? Okay, we're going to come to a T. And we are going to take a left. What? Oh, it's a mammoth. Thought it was like a giant buffalo or something. I'm like, wait, they didn't have those in this game. I am, however, actually going to, yet again, restart my Fallout No Fast Travel Challenge series. And I'm going to do that on console. I'm still disappointed that they didn't update that game. Like, it's definitely one of the more successful Fallouts. It's not unpopular, so, you know, why would they not update that at least to play at a higher frame rate or just at least a smoother frame rate? Because, well, actually, maybe I'm going to have to look and see if Digital Foundry did an update on Fallout 4 using a PS5, and I want to see if the game, at the certain points where it did have trouble, if it smooths it out. Because if it's a solid 30, fine. I'm good with that. See, now that game, well, see, playing that game on PC is a bit rough. Mostly because, or I should say actually playing that game in third person is rough, which is what I'd like to do. But it's difficult because it's got a weird glitch. A weird thing in it where the third person camera does not play nice with your movement. So your character can get stuck moving in one direction even if you've pushed another direction. And so it can kind of throw you off a little bit. And but it's only in the third person camera. So it's a very strange oddity. And I don't know if I'm the only one who noticed it, but I know I've restarted that series once already. And then I was like, you know what? Just focus on Skyrim and then we'll get to Fallout eventually. I'm still thinking as to whether or not don't say any word to me, dude. Don't say anything. Good. You all get to live for now. I'm still debating on whether or not I should take down the old videos. Now, I am still missing one. As I don't know how long it's been since I've actually mentioned, but like there was one time where I was transferring my videos over to the new at the time, external hard drive. And a bunch of them didn't make it, so I had to re-download them from YouTube. I'm talking, I lost the original files too, which really sucks. So I have the YouTube quality, which is not great, as my archive. And there was one episode I could not download for some reason. Not for the life of me. It just would not download. Even trying to download it from YouTube using their download function, it still wouldn't download. And I'm like, is this one just lost forever? Is it only going to be available on YouTube? Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. The only other way I could potentially get it is if I run the video on, like, say, I don't know, like my PS5 or something, and then I record it that way. So I just record it instead of, you know, trying to download it. It wouldn't be great quality, but it would be a quality. And that would be at least one way I could keep it. Now, would I sit there and watch? I might. I'm curious as to what I did. Now, that series didn't get very far, so I could technically retrace my steps and just pick up where I left off. It would look different because I wouldn't have any mods installed, but I could do that. I could actually go through, retrace the steps of my character, and then pick up where I left off technically. The thing about these open world games, though, is that those random encounters that you'll have on the road are random. So I may not have the same experience or the same things happen to that character as I did in the first one, but I could still retrace my steps with that series because it's not too many episodes in. I think that'd be fun, just so I have the exact same character, more or less. I'm surprised that butterfly didn't try and fly away. Normally you get near them, they just go everywhere. Whew, man. A lot of running today, I know. Little action, but a lot more running than action, that's for sure. But damn it, we're going to make this meeting happen. It must happen. Look at that. Such an awesome thing to see. Very reminiscent of, like, Lord of the Rings. It really gives me Lord of the Rings vibes. I don't know why. It just does. Remnants of my past encounters here. So yeah, I think if we ever did come across dragon bones, we would. They'd still be there. Or I should say, come across any areas where I might have fought dragons, they'd still be there. We know now that there's one on the main road. Yeah, could you believe that this series technically would have been done years ago, actually. Technically, it would have taken 2 years if I actually stuck to the weekly schedule, one episode a week. It would have taken just shy of 2 years. It would have been 1 year, 50 weeks. Right? No. Sorry. 1 year. It's 52. It'd have to be 48, right? Yeah, because it's 100 weeks. So 52 and then 48. So 1 year, 48 weeks. So we'd be just shy of a month. So we'd end up. Well, okay, let's say for the sake of saying the very first episode was like the first week of January or whatever, like beginning of the year. We would have ended up in November of the next year. Back in, what's it been? It's been like 4 years, I think. So back in 2018. Since, you know, the last episode, or since the last time that I stopped before, or no, the last time I recorded before I stopped because I thought I was moving out at the time. I was still living at home. So, realistically, the game or the series would have been done probably in 2017? I don't know. I don't remember when I recorded the first episode. I want to say it was 2016, but I could be wrong. That was actually before I started working where I am now. Who are these guys? Oh, Ulfric. Wait, where are you going? I've never seen Ulfric on the road.
I'll come to your council, but I doubt any good will come of it.
Where the hell's he going? If you're going to the council, you're going the wrong way, man. Oof, man, something's rough over here. Getting some major frame drop right there. We want to go. Do I want to go up here and then around, or do I go? I mean, it's a shortcut technically, so I guess we'll go up through the Forbidden Forest. I call it that because that's where all the frame drops happen. Yeah, there's something is really tanking the frame rate looking out in that direction. Seriously, what the hell? I've never seen Ulfric out on the road. What is that all about? Why the hell was he out here? Okay, we gotta go across the bridge first. That's weird. If he's going to the meeting, he's far off the course, man. Who are they? Who are you? Oh.
The mercy of Stendar does not extend to Daedra worshippers.
Blah, 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 blah. Well, the Vigil of Stendar need to take a break. Iverstead. This way. Alright, we're coming up on it. Oh, look at that. You can see the moon. Is this it? Yep, that's it. Let's go. I'm going to follow this shortcut through. Yeah, there goes the frame rate. Oh, man. Oof. It was not doing this last night. Even just going up here, it was fine. It was only when I turned around. Now we're...
All right, hand over your valuables.
Blah, blah. Shut up.
Don't you walk away from me.
Get out of here. I got you. Yeah, something's different this time. Something is really weighing in on the computer. Where are we going here? Up here? Those God rays look good, though. Man, anybody remember the PS3 version of this game? Whew. That game crashed a lot. The And the problem with it was that the save files were so massive because they kept, you know, adding. Instead of overwriting, they just kept adding to it. So your save file would be huge along with the autosave files. There'd be so many of those things that it literally just overpowered the system and crashed it constantly. So the only way you could really play this game on PS3 was you disable autosave on every account. It's terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Not to mention the horrible screen tearing. Now, I have an SSD in my PS3, and while it does not improve performance in games, they'll load the same way they always do. Or I should say textures and geometry loads the same way that it always does. The load times are actually a lot better in some games. Not all games. I did a little test a long time ago. Went hard drive, and then I went SSD and saw the difference in load times. It was definitely faster. Even though the PS3 was not set up to use an SSD or even utilize a SSD and take advantage of the performance increase, it still did better than a standard hard drive. So I was like, cool, you know, technically free performance, not free, but like better performance if you spent the money. I put a 1 terabyte SSD in there and it's solid, man. Improved load times, especially in the PS3 era. That was good. It was good times. Okay, we're almost there. Go across here. Across here. I remember the rumor, and I don't think this is true. Fairly certain it's not. But I remember the rumor of, like, people saying back in the day, if you follow the fox, it'll lead you to, like, a secret cave or something. Like, it would just apparently lead you to some good stuff, and it's never true. I did it once, and I'm like, this is a load of crock. Yeah, that definitely was not the road. But we're back on track. Here we go. Yeah, that was a load of bull. They got me. They got me. I was the gullible one. Yeah, look at this. Look. Where? Huh. I don't know. Anyway. You know what's terrible is every once in a while I look over at OBS, I can see some of the stutters. And I don't think that's the recording. I have a 1660 Super in there using the NVENC encoder. There's no way that it's a recording error. I do think it's picking up the stutters in the game, though, quite well. Even though I don't see them at 30 FPS, I'm pretty sure it's a lot more obvious. All right, we finally made it to the steps. Back up we go. Sometimes I wonder how I can talk for 2 hours. I mean, I'm not saying things all the time, but at least I'm trying to think of things to talk about. Wow, look at that thing. It's massive. Is that a blood moon? Doesn't even look like Luna. Obviously, it's not meant to look like our moon, but be cool. The texturing is actually quite good. Not gonna lie, it's actually pretty good. Look at that. That's so cool. I can't imagine anybody playing like this. How could you play like this? This would be so awkward. Like, you know, combat would pull out. This is as close as it gets in combat. So, actually, it wouldn't even matter if you were up here. You don't play like this. No, I play out here. I'm not sure if... I'm honestly not sure if I would actually want to walk up the 1,000 steps. I'm actually curious as to whether or not it actually is 1,000 steps. Some of them are buried, though, so it'd be kind of hard to count them all. You know, and do you count these as steps? Because that's not really a step. Man, you'd have to take a break on the way up. For sure. Just too many. Like, you know, people stop here to pay tribute and stuff like that, but you'd have to take a break on the way up. I'd hate to be one of the guys who put these steps in. You know? Was it created by the dragons or the Greybeards? Was that their test? To put in the 1,000 steps? I mean, you could just as easily say, screw it. All we're going to do is dig a path. That's all they get. I wouldn't want to be one of these guys putting steps in. That's insanity. I mean, you're just putting stone back into the stone mountain. It's rather peaceful up here, isn't it? Nice and calm. Wind blowing. Bitter cold. That is one thing I actually do like about winter. Not particularly the snow. I don't mind snow, but if I have to drive in it or clean it off my car, then it's annoying. And I think that pretty much goes for any person that has to deal with snow while driving. That is one thing I actually enjoy about the winter is the clean air. I don't know why, but the cold air, it just feels and smells and tastes less dirty. You know what I mean? It just feels clean to breathe it in. During the winter. I'm not sure why. I mean, it's not like the air gets purified as far as I know. The polluted air is still the polluted air of the summer. It's just colder now. But for some reason, it feels cleaner, and it's just nice. It's nice to breathe in. That's why I enjoy the fall, because it's kind of an in-between. It's not too cold, but it still feels clean, you know what I mean, when you breathe it in. It's much cleaner, at least, than the hot air of the summer. Ugh. Especially when it's humid. The humidity carries it all, and... Ugh. No thanks. Yeah, see, like, right now, we're looking at, 79 degrees at 8 o'clock at night. That sucks. What is this? It is Delphine. So everybody's on their way. Look at that. Look at that torch. That torch light. It's so nice. Oh my god, we finally made it. Seriously though, Ulfric was going the wrong direction. Arengar, I have brought them.
So, you've done it?
Yes.
Men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council.
Why?
The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters.
Well, too bad.
Peace? I doubt it. They may put their weapons down for a moment, but
His
only
mouth
to
is
gather
moving
some
at
for
half frame rate.
bloodletting. They are not yet tired of war. Far from it. Do you know the ancient Nord word for war? Season unending.
It's not a word.
And so it has proved.
It's 2 words.
But regrets are pointless. Here we are.
That's right.
Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
Pull in here for a little bit. Where do we go? This way? Am I to be seated at the head of the table?
Arngeir, is it? You know why we're here. Are you going to let us in or not?
You are not invited here. You are not welcome here.
We have as much right to be at this council as all of you. More, actually, since we were the ones that put the Dragonborn on this path.
Whoa, she's got way more badass armor.
Force of the Blades truly knows no bounds.
I don't remember this.
If it were up to you, the Dragonborn would sit dreaming on this mountain doing nothing.
Delphine, we're not here to rehearse your grudges. The matter at hand is urgent. Alduin must be stopped. You wouldn't have called this council if you didn't agree. We know a great deal about the situation and the threat that Alduin poses to us all.
I actually want to see what happens here.
If you want this council to succeed.
Very well. You may enter.
Nice to see everybody here. You guys went the other way. Went the wrong way as far as I'm concerned. Should I keep this pulled out? I think I should. Oh. Did not want that. Uh-oh. 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 Just sit. Just sit. I'm scared. All right. Let us listen. All right, no yawning. Keep that to yourself. Arne is going to be the only one standing.
Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all come here in the spirit of...
You insult us by bringing her to this negotiation.
Oh, boy.
Your chief Talos hunter?
That didn't take long.
Here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to
Oh, the
ensure
Thalmor.
nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please.
Ulfric,
We have
sit
to
down.
negotiate the terms of the negotiation. We will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the
Oh, here we go.
Dragonborn's input.
You're damn straight.
By Ysmir's beard. The nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that we would sit down with that foul more bitch. I say she walks or we walk.
Oh, good lord.
Maybe so. But bringing her here is a deliberate provocation. We need to show Tullius we won't be pushed around. like a mistake to me. But I'll bow to your judgment on this.
That's right, you will.
She is to observe, nothing more. We are not negotiating with her. Is that clear?
Ulfric, why so hostile? After all, it's not the Thalmor that's burning your farms and killing your sons.
She's supposed to be on our side?
You know exactly. No. Not this time.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
Yes, take your seat.
One moment.
Here we go.
I just want to make clear that the only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the dragon menace.
I mean, technically, there's a seat right there. Arnea could totally sit there.
Unless Ulfric is ready to sue for peace and turn himself over to Imperial justice.
Master Arngeir,
We're here
are you
to
going to
arrange
just
a
let him
temporary
continue
truce
to...
allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons. Nothing more. We consider even sitting down to talk with these rebels more than generous.
Enough posturing, Tullius. If you came to talk, let's get on with it.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? General Tullius, Jarl Ulfric, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar. Do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Our terms are simple. Riften must be returned to Imperial control. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
By Talos, the stone's on this one. You're in no position to dictate terms to us, Tullius.
That's quite an opening demand, Tullius.
Ulfric, we can't be taking this demand seriously. We can hold Riften against anything the Empire can throw at it. Besides, Jarl Layla will never agree to...
I decide is in the best interests of Skyrim. Are we clear?
Yes, my lord.
Come on, Tullius. You can't seriously expect us to just hand over Riften at the negotiating table.
I went into first person. I feel like it's more
Take it back yet. Why should we give it up now?
more of an intimate
General Tullius does not expect something
experience here.
Of course. What will you offer for Riften, Tullius? Some empty promises? Maybe some more Imperial bluster?
Enough, Galmar.
Jarl Ulfric, what would you want in return?
First, let me be clear. The Sons of Skyrim know from bitter experience that talking to the Empire is a waste of time. Or worse, Imperial promises are simply a way to lull you while they prepare a dagger for your back.
Aye, we haven't forgotten Markarth, Tullius.
But I accept the Dragonborn's invitation to this council, and I at least will negotiate in good faith. The council was your idea, huh? So tell us, what do you think Riften is worth?
The Reach. Morthal seems like a fair trade. The Reach. Like Dragon's Reach?
In exchange for Riften, the Jewel of Skyrim? Hardly. How about the
Oh,
Reach?
there you go.
Gaining control of the silver mines would be invaluable.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Glad you agree.
They
I was
call it the
starting to
Reach.
wonder whose side you were on here.
Oh, calm down.
You heard the man, Ulfric.
What?
We get Riften back. Now we'll see if there's anything behind your fine words.
Think hard about your loyalties, brother. I expected better from you.
What?
I know how this works, Tullius. I've learned the value of Imperial promises the hard way. Never again. Skyrim will never again bow to your false empire. Let's go, Galmar. I should have listened to you in the first place.
What?
You always were a fool, Ulfric.
I'm confused.
You're better at diplomacy than you are in the battlefield.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Aldrin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
A very pretty speech. But what does it
Shut
have
up.
to do?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Thank you.
Right about Ulfric. We both have just as much to lose here, Tullius. Remember that.
Why was he
Now,
pissed at me?
back to the
I just
matter at
did what he
hand.
wanted.
You know as well as I do that we can't hand over Riften on these terms.
I'm sure you have something in mind.
Damn right we do.
We want compensation for the massacre at Anga's mill.
You slaughtered them. The women, the children. You butchers!
That's a lie. My legionnaires are
You don't
disciplined,
really
unlike
expect
your...
compensation every time a farm gets burned in a war that you started, do you, Ulfric?
What say you, Dragonborn? Yes. Do you hear that, Tullius? The blood of the innocent cries out for Wergild. I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Riften will be handed over to Imperial control. Jarl Lela Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. The Empire will withdraw its troops from the Reach, allowing Ulfric's forces unhindered access to Markarth. Jarl Igmund will go into exile, with Thongvor Silverblood taking his place as Jarl of Markarth. The Empire will pay appropriate compensation for the massacre at Anga's mill.
Oh, there you go. I finished a side quest, apparently.
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
Ooh.
Now that the Empire has been driven from the Reach, we can put a stop to the raping of her silver mines. That silver belongs in Skyrim. Come on, Galmar. We have a lot of work to do.
This is quite an achievement, Dragonborn. And General Tullius. Riften is ours.
Jarl Balgruuf, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn's plan?
Yes. I'm
Pretty
ready
sure
to do my
Balgruuf doesn't
part.
like me.
Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
Well,
Oh, yeah, I remember that part.
you haven't overlooked that little detail, have you?
Ah, I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temp, an unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Aldrin has raised up. Don't you see? The names of dragons are always 3 words of power, shouts. By calling the dragon with the voice, he will hear you wherever he might be.
Ah.
He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful in nature and loath to refuse a challenge. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon. After your victory over Aldrin, I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call. no master of voice like these, worthy gentlemen. But it is written here in the scroll.
Oh, good. I don't have to go looking for it.
The winged snow hunter, as I read it.
This truth gives you what you need. It won't last.
Nice. Well. That was...
Here's one more thing. We know about Parthenax.
Uh-huh.
Parthenax, the dragon that the Greybeards have been protecting for all these years.
Uh-huh.
He needs to die. He deserves to die. And
Why?
It falls to you to kill him.
But he helped
Until
me.
he's dead. Well, I'm sorry, but we would dishonor our oaths as blades if we continue to help you. If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin?
Well, no.
And they're afraid of you.
They don't want to...
Power. Trust me.
They don't want to get involved with other people's problems. They're doing the smart
Do you
thing.
think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards? Make your choice, Dragonborn. You're either with us or against us. Here's the big picture. He helped Alduin enslave our ancestors. He may have betrayed Alduin in the end, but that makes him worse, not better.
Interesting thought.
We can afford to give Parthenax the opportunity to betray us in turn and return to his old master.
Well, looks like I'm not going to be associating with you anymore because I will not kill Parthenax. He helped me.
We have nothing to talk about until Parthenax is dead.
Then get out. Jeez. I'm here to sit at the head of my table. See, that was weird. See, it did that thing again. Here, let's do this. That's better. Let's just sit here and revel in our victory while we finish up this episode. Guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. We finally got the council together. We met. Ulfric and Tullius came to an agreement of sorts. And for a temporary truce, I say it's pretty good. But we did it. And now it's time to move forward. Delphine, I don't care to work with her anymore. I'm not going to kill Parthenax. The guy helped us out. I do not care. I'll take care of Alduin myself. But for now, the peace stands. And we have had a great victory today. So thank you very much for joining me. And please join me again in the next one, where we will continue this journey to defeat Alduin and rid the world of the World Eater once and for all. But until next time, I'm Adam Wolf. This is Skyrim. And I'll see you guys later.